Good morning, you sexy bunch of YouTubians, as Mr. Stephen Love would say, YouTubians. It's, I never remember. Thursday, August 8th. Just getting up, going pre-trip, getting moving. 980 miles to go till we get down to, what's the damn town name called? TJ Maxx in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. Easy drive. I'm at mile marker 5 in Pennsylvania right now. Be getting over into Maryland, Virginia, and going straight down. Or Maryland, then a little part of West Virginia, which is my home state. And then hit Virginia, and we'll go all the way down. We'll hit 80 or 81 all the way down to Knoxville area. And then hit 40 for a little bit and hit 20. 20 all the way into Jackson, Mississippi. And then hit south a little bit to get down to Hazelhurst. So, fairly simple enough ride. Weather is going to be a question because the path of the Hurricane Debbie coming out of Florida is inland now, so which is the only reason. I'm telling you guys, when I get a scratch and I want to itch it, that's what I want, and that's what I'll do. So somewhere within the next week or two, I'm going to wind up having the wheels polished so I can finally get. I haven't put the drive hubcaps on yet, and the reason why is because, you know, we saw how shiny they are in the front wheel when they're not polished. So I was like, if I put them on now, I gotta take them back off just for them to polish the wheels. So the steers are on, but the drives are not. They're still in the box right here. I'm gonna wait till I get the wheels polished to get them on, just in case they have to take them off the front to do the polishing, right? So it's just one less thing I want to worry about. I don't want to take a risk of damaging them or getting them broke by having to take them off, put them back on, whatever. Think what you want, but that's why I haven't put them on yet, because I want to get the wheels polished first, so I can put it on and it's all shiny. And I want the mud flap hangers. I don't like the little angle on the SFI mud flaps. I'm gonna get straight across, and I think 20 to 20. I'm gonna have to lower the air dump suspension and then measure. So I don't want them to drag on the ground when I've got my bags dumped. So I got to measure what length is going to be right for me, and I'm gonna have a little Freightliner weight at the bottom of it with a nice thick rubber mud flaps. I don't. If I can get them in black, I'm probably going to get them in black, but a little chrome accent won't hurt. And also, there's two lights on the back of the sleeper. I want to put blue bulbs in that. Should be okay. Someone did mention about putting blue lights on your truck. I didn't think about, because being law enforcement in some states and stuff like that, I didn't think about that. But now I think, once the comment came, I'm like, holy shit, I never thought about that. But now I'm like, it's just accent pieces. It's not like it's a whole row of lights. It's like a blue at the back of the air vents on the hood. That shouldn't hurt nothing. Even blue, I've seen blue on the back of like sleepers before, so that's what I'm going to do. Those two white floodlights in the back of the truck, on the back of the sleeper. Still got the reverse light down there at the light panel where the brake lights are. I've also thought about even changing that entire back panel there and having the lights going all the way across. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I could do and want to do for customization, and I will get done eventually. I'll just figure it all out. So anyway, let's stop jibber jabbering, get this video going. Let's hit the road and see how many miles we can knock out today. Let's push for, I don't know. I ain't got to go too crazy. We're going to just see how many miles we knock out, depending on the weather and the gray and these gloomy days, man. I just want to stay back here. I don't want to be out here. I need the sun, man. I've always been that guy. I need the sun, and I'm not too motivated to get going because I'm looking at the interstate right here in front of me. See that? It's sitting still. But hold up. Now that I look at it, that's northbound. Okay, I'm looking at my GPS right now. Yeah, that's northbound, so I ain't got to worry about northbound. Well, that just took all my delay away from me. So, yeah, I'm going south, baby. Screw the north. Let's go.
Your weights are good, but we have a sensor in the road showing there might be a problem with one of your tires on your fifth axle driver's side. Fifth axle driver's side. So pull around back in your parking spot, check it out. If you're good, come back on the scale, I'll give you a green light. Fifth axle, driver's side, go check it out, please.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I got pulled in the scale, and I didn't get to bypass. The driver said, pull in, let's close. I get there, and the arrow tells me to go over the scale. Okay, no problem. I get on the scale, she comes on the speaker, says, driver, your weights are fine, but our sensor shows there's something wrong with something possibly wrong with one of your tires. She said, pull around back in the inspection area, and then look at axle 5 driver's side to make sure there's no problems. Okay, so I went around back and I went out and looked, and the only thing that I could see was a flat spot on the inner rear axle of the trailer, maybe about 4 inches long or so, and the rest of it, tried death and everything was fine. So she said, once you go check out that tire, come back around the scale, I'll give you the green light to go out. So I came back around the scale, and sure enough, green light, go out. She didn't ask me what I found or what the problem was. Maybe they have an issue with these sensors, or these sensors are super sensitive on a regular basis. They just have the driver to physically get out and look to make sure, and they take the driver's word for it. Because I mean, if she'd have asked, I'd have said all I would have said was probably just picked up a little 4-inch bald spot, drag spot on the flat spot, whatever, on that inner tire. That's all I saw. But it's holding there, it's solid, tread depth fine, except that one little section. But anyway, that was it. I never had to really do that before. But I am in Thomasbrook, Virginia. I stopped because I didn't grab breakfast at TA. I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm at Thomasbrook Pilot. And when I pulled in here, I've been here before, and what I remember is, if you have been watching the channel for a long while, then you'll know in the early stages of me being solo out here as a Schneider company driver, on a post trip, I found a drive tire flat, and then the next morning, a steer tire, passenger driver's side steer tire, had a big freaking rivet in it, or whatever it was, and it was just kind of just like way down in there. So they had to come out the next morning to changed that as well. So it was the same guy who changed the drive tire at night, came out the next morning and changed that steer tire. But yeah, that was this is the pilot location that happened at. I don't think I've been here since. Maybe I have, but I don't run the east a lot, so I don't know. But I remember parking right up there on the front row of the sideways, because they got crazy angled parking around on this joint. You got some that go parallel with the pilot, or with the fuel islands off to the side. Then you got the rows that go like this, horizontally to the building and all that. So, but I remember I was parked in the front row on the outside corner. I wanted to be in a spot that was quick and easy accessible to the tire guy coming out to see me. That's why I parked there. And the only reason I remember now I didn't notice that rivet or something in the steer tire during my post trip was, it had to be on the bottom, because I had to maneuver I had to back my truck up about 5 or 10 feet at one point throughout the night, and that obviously put the that rivet thing on top. So, oh well, cool memory, I guess. A memory of a first, anyway. So, anyhow, I walked inside. I got me a sandwich and got me a couple bottles of water. I'm gonna eat this and get on the road. I have a fuel. I'm gonna try to get down. It's 345 miles away in Greenville, Tennessee, I believe is the name of the town. I can get fuel there for $3.01. That's what I'm trying to get to for fuel. So we'll see what happens. Right now I've got 3/8 of a tank. I should be able to get there, no problem. But I'll be there about 6 o'clock, and we'll move on from there. All right, so I stopped a little early for the fuel stop. I'm in Wytheville, Virginia right now versus the Greenville, Tennessee. I mean, even though it's like 20 cents cheaper down there, I'm down below a quarter tank now, and I just don't think I can go the next. And let me rephrase that. I don't want to risk something happening between here and there, and I run out of fuel. So this was the place I looked at first anyway. So after the discount, I'll get it for, let's see, 369, 48. I'll get it for $3.21 a gallon. So again, that's a 20-cent difference. But $3.21 is still not a horrible price. But I just don't want to risk. I mean, I need a break from driving because this has been heavy rain. I know we're not in the eye of Debbie, but we are in the heart pretty much of Debbie. And I'm hoping, judging by the radar I looked at earlier, I should be out of this completely by the time we get to Knoxville, which is about 200 miles to go. But I gotta stop. I went ahead and set my next stop, which is where I'm gonna park for the night. Just said it. I don't remember the town. The town is White Pine, Tennessee. Pilot. That's 150 miles from here. Now, the reason I'm going to stop there, well, one reason I'm not going to wait till I get fuel there is because of what I just said. But the reason I'm stopping there is because I got Go Price. He's a viewer and he's turned friend. We talk on the phone and we text back and forth. So we communicate pretty well, and it's just, I mean, it's not like it's just dawned on me, but it's just like making sense now. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm out here 7 days a week any damn way, and I don't really have to take a reset. When I'm tired and I got laundry to do, I'll take time to do that stuff, right? So, but until I get to that point, I think I'm going to operate 8.5 hour days, 7 days a week, just to see. I'm out here anyway, I might as well run something. So I'm going to try that mindset for a little while and just run like 8:15, 8.5. I know the perfect math is 8:45 to where you can do that. So I'm going to start doing that for a little while and run out and work off recaps daily. And hopefully I can stick within that 8 hour window, 8.5 hour window, and just continue on nonstop while I'm out here until it's to a point where I need to take. And actually, there won't be really a point to where I would need to take an entire day, because by operating those hours, I could be parked by 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I have the evening to do my laundry somewhere. So I'm gonna take a little piece of Go Price's running habits, right, and see how well it works for me. It works for him because he's in the Midwest. He lives in that area, and he can get home often, as often as he wants, I'd say, but he doesn't go home often, or that often, or as often as someone in that position probably would, because he's just in the making money grind, right? So he's out there grinding every single day. So I'm going to try that myself. But I also need to figure out where I'm going to call home, right? I was talking about this before. I need to operate under that mindset as well. Figure out what area I'm going to call home, then operate myself around that mindset as well, to where I can, how easy is it to get home when I want or need, and so forth. You sound awful, buddy. But I ain't got no panties on. That's the
what color are them pants?
You don't have.
What color is them lips?
Oh Lord. Let me turn that down before it gets too adult for the YouTubes. So yeah, because all that's been for me all now, I'll take whatever and go wherever I want, right? Whatever looks good on the board I want, I get it. But I need to start focusing myself in an area for the most part, like home base, then yo-yo out to wherever, right? That's what I need to focus on and work off of that mindset. That's what we're going to do. Line's moving. Gotta go. All right, was able to move up one spot. So yeah, so with that, after be telling that right now, I've got well, by the time I get out of here, I'll have a 30 put in. I'll have 6 hours and 18 minutes left of my day, which I won't need that amount. I'll only use about 2.5 hours of that once I start moving. So yeah, we should be good. Right now, if I go to my clock, I've been on duty. Five hours and 25 minutes and 40 seconds today. I've been on duty. Today's the 8th, yeah. So by the time I park tonight, it'll be right at the 8-hour mark, right? So yesterday I did 650. So I didn't do the 8-hour mark yesterday, but I'm going to start working on that mindset today. We're testing and experimenting different things out here, right? There's no right or wrong way. Everybody's got their own way they want to run. I know how I want to run. I know how everybody else runs, or how people have their own way they want to run. So I'm going to crack the code and figure out what works for me, the way I want it to work. Bottom line. And I've got to try different things in order to figure that out. And it's not like a quick process. This takes weeks, months of experimenting, right? It does. Because you're just not going to know until after you get a few weeks of around the same on the numbers, to whether, hey, that'll work out fine, sure. So I was talking to my friend, or one of my little buddies back home last night, and I told her, I need to find a home. I need to figure out a home and work off that mindset, and just figure out how I want to do this. Because I do need to start taking personal time again. I need a home. I need a place I can go to when I want out of the truck, versus a hotel or something, right? And hotels are cool and nice and all that, but I'd rather just go home with my bag of clothes, throw it in the freaking laundry room, and get to it when I want to get to it before I go back out. And I need to build up my home again. I just need to build a home again. That's just all there is to it. So that's where my process is right now, and my mindset out here in the trucking world, out here working. Things that I'm trying to figure out. I'm a single man. I'm no longer married, so this is all on me, which is fine. I prefer it that way, all on me. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I just don't know. The problem is, I don't know if I want to rebase in West Virginia. That's where home is. That's where everybody, like any family that I give a shit about and friends, really is there. But I've got friends all over that I care about. I got, my buddy up in Marysville, Ohio, my buddy down in Houston, buddy over in Jacksonville, my boy out in California, and my other brother, he's out in Colorado. So I got people everywhere that I give a shit about. Friends or family that became friends, or friends that became family, whatever. So the happy place for me would be somewhere to where, luckily I'm in a profession to where I can route to some areas, right? Not with Schneider, because I can't get past 35 on Schneider. I'm a Schneider board, but maybe one day I'll get out there and I'll hang out in the West 11 for a while. I wouldn't mind running the West 11 for a little bit. I just don't want to have to deadhead out there. Like the first trip that I saw that gave me an opportunity to get out there was about a month or so ago. I was in Dallas, and there was a load going from Dallas over to Albuquerque, New Mexico. But then you do a search within a 300-mile search. There wasn't nothing like in Phoenix or anything like that. I go out 500 miles, and yeah, you can get Phoenix in there and a couple other towns in that area. But I don't want to head that far just to get into that Western 11. I would like to work my way over there and then choose to stay there for a while. And when I was ready to come back, work my way back across. But I-35 seems to be the freight invisible barrier. And I was even told this with other companies that I spoke to. JB Hunt, they pretty much said everything else. The same thing. It'll be east of 35. So we do have loads that go out there sometimes, but you don't get anything back. I don't know what it is about that 35. I don't know why the freight just kind of stops there. I don't know what the reasons are for that, but the freight industry is like that, I guess. Or at least, let me explain something to you about Schneider Freight, or any mega carrier like JB Hunt, Swift, Schneider. Knight, all them guys, they're mega carriers based off for the majority of the part, based off daily consumer purchase items. Toilet paper, clothes, shoes, shit like that, right? Like Walmart's, the Targets, TJ Maxx, Home Depot, Lowe's, shit like that. Pretty much everyday consumer purchases. Now there's specialty things out there too, like your John Deere's and your tractors and lawnmowers and motorbikes and stuff like that. And these companies have some of those things. They're usually dedicated accounts specifically for their company drivers. So those are the bigger money accounts. But there's all different types of freight, and there's all different types of trucking, more than just freight as well. So, but what we're doing now in the dry van operations, operating freight of all kinds, it's pretty much it. We'll see how it all works out in the end. It's a curve. It's a learning curve, and it takes time. All right, this guy's almost done fueling, then I can pull up and fuel. All right. We are in White Pine, Tennessee at the Pilot, where I told you I was going to stop earlier. We've been here for about 45 minutes now. We did our post trip. We did 8 hours and 27 minutes on duty today, so we can keep around that number. We're going to keep trying out. We're going to see how that works out for us in the end. And numbers will tell. Numbers don't lie, right? So I just what's up with freaking way stations? Is there something going on with DOT that I don't know about this week? I know later in the month we got the brake thing, but I've been past 3 way stations today. You saw the first one. What happened? I got pulled in, and I actually got pulled in, and then had to check that tire. Now I wasn't sure at the time if you heard her through the speaker on the camera, which is why you heard it twice when I talked about it too. But I passed 3 way stations today, and I was pulled into all of them. DriveWise said pull in unless they're closed. The other 2 I was just roll past, right? But it kept me on the outside lane. But I was like, what the hell? I ain't had DriveWise tell me to go in 3 way stations in a row since I got the damn thing. Usually when it says pull in unless closed, it's been closed. But Virginia and the one in Tennessee, I don't know. Is there something going on with DOT this week or now or the entire month that I don't know about? Other than the brake thing, I don't know anything about it. We used to get announcements from SCHNEIDER about stuff like that, but I don't know of anything. But anyway, the problem with this Pilot I came to is they're renovating. We all know how most Pilots are. So their showers are down. The restrooms are closed, and they're using the showers as restrooms. So, like, they're not offering showers because they're renovating the restrooms, and they're using the showers for the restrooms. Whatever. It's what it is. But I'm in the far back corner. I'm in a corner here. Oh, there's only one spot open next to me, and they can straight back it, so I shouldn't have any problems. So when you go to a truck stop, especially when you get your hood smacked once, you want to make sure you're in a pretty, I don't want to say the word impossible, but a pretty good spot to where a motherfucker can't just come smack you, right? Now, last night at TA, I was in the middle of whatever could happen land, but it didn't happen. But yeah, all they gotta do is pull straight forward and straight back, and then when they go to leave, if they leave before I do, they can just go straight forward. So hopefully I don't get smacked tonight. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it nights. And today's video just went live, and I'm why am I even mentioning that here? You won't, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, then you won't even know about it. But the winners will be announced probably tomorrow's video, because when this video goes live, that contest is over. And I'll have to contact them before I announce it, but all that good stuff. Anyway, thanks for all the support. I appreciate everything. Don't forget, we got a merch shop. The link's in the description. You want to check out anything, you don't have to. Not required. It's just there for those of you that do want to show support. And that everything that comes through is going into the effort to start giving back some epic things to you guys. So I appreciate all the support. I do. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.